morning, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. It is Friday, November 26th at 7 a.m. Hoping everyone had a good Thanksgiving for those of you who celebrate it. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to show you that here. So I just got to the yard. I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through what's going on this morning. So we have a trailer with two pieces of equipment. We got two 6K forklifts loaded up here, and I just drove in because I noticed this because I loaded this on Wednesday, and it wasn't like this when I loaded it. Yeah, as you guys can see, I got a flat tire here, so that's fun. This is all Ritchie Brothers equipment. One of the rental yards, they have all brand new forklifts coming, so they're just sending these to auction. Oh geez, these forks sag down too. That's not good. So both of these units don't run, and we're taking them to auction to to get rid of them, I guess. But as you can see, the forks are down now. They sagged over the weekend. I even took this one and chained it in place. This one, it'll crank, but it will not run. This one will not crank, not run. So hopefully I'll be able to crank this one and raise the boom up while I'm doing it. But anyway, long story short, we got two forklifts here that are going to auction. Now there was supposed to be three forklifts going to auction. All right, so like I said, there was supposed to be three forklifts going to auction, but we ended up buying this one. So this is one of them that was going to auction. It runs fully functional. Case forklift, pretty clean for a rental unit. Rental units are kind of hit or miss because, you know, they kind of are abused in a sense. But you just gotta, I guess, choose wisely. So this is a 6K forklift case, and then this is our current forklift that we use, which we've had. I mean, this thing's older than I am. Let's actually see how old this thing is. It's probably a plate somewhere. Here it is. Let's check it out. Let's see. This is, does it say? I don't think it does. Well, that sucks. I think I have it. I think I have the year. I think I have the year to this unit somewhere in the office in one of the folders. Yeah, this is our current forklift that we use and abuse. It's, like I said, it's been in the Plaza family for like as long as I've been alive, for sure. Yeah, no doubt about that one's, we've gotten our use out of that one. So we thought it was time for an upgrade. This is a 2012 with 5,000 hours. So I'll give you guys the walk around. We thought it was pretty clean, all things considering. You know, you're gonna have some minor cosmetics, but fully functioning, much more accessible for my grandpa especially to get up and run the forklift, because my grandpa gets up in that forklift and that thing is not very user friendly. You got to get around that cage. You just have a little metal bar down there that you step on to get into. So we're kind of this one's a lot easier for him to get into, I can already tell, so that's good. But yeah, this forklift's pretty nice. It's got, you know, it's open cab, roll bar all the way around. It's got some controls up here that are a lot more modern than what we have over there. I don't even think that thing has a fuel gauge. So this one has a fuel gauge. As you can see, we got 5,400 hours. So I think it's a pretty clean unit for 5,400 hours for sure. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Fires right up after sitting for 2 days, so that's good. But you know, just the usual up, down, tilt, and side shift. Parking brake, 4-speed gear selector, brake.
and these are kind of all faded, but I know you got 4-wheel drive on one of those, you have lights, 4-way flashers, and blinkers. So that would be my guess of what those controls do.
All right, so yeah, that's one of the things that we need to do today is take this to Ritchie Brothers in Paris. This little guy here, a little walk behind trencher, this guy we took up to auction, and I guess it wasn't supposed to go. Not our fault, because we just took what we were told, but once we got up there, they decided that needed to come back. So Roberto took, what did he take up there? He took like a forklift and a trailer, a bunch of little things, and when he was up there, he brought this back. So this was brought back after hours, that's why it's here in our yard. We need to get that back to the rental yard this morning, and then while we're there, we're picking up I believe an 8K forklift that's going out on Monday morning. So this one runs, this one functions, so that's good. It's just a little walk behind trencher, pretty cool, 24-inch. So yeah, that's what's going on this morning, guys. I'm still blown away by the difference on the rims there. Man, that makes a good difference. Remote on the new trailer, fully functional. That's good. Or I shouldn't say remote, receiver. We had to swap out the receiver because that had an issue as well. So new receiver, remote's in the truck, and then we swapped out the new tensioner here. So tensioner's in place, cable looks pretty good. So yeah, pretty excited about the refurbished trailer. It came out really good. Yeah, so this thing's another Frontline trailer, so pretty excited about that. One of the other trucks, which is the Freightliner Cascadia, is on its way to deliver a roller, 5-ton roller, just locally here. Roberto's doing that, and then Tommy is in the Blue Peterbilt with a generator going to Las Vegas. So yeah, let's go ahead and check in on the status of him. So I have an app on my phone that's tied to our tracking software, and with that I can check where all my drivers are. So as you can see, based off of this is Tommy up here. This is like kind of our general area right in here. You can see that's going to be Roberto right there. Green circle means they're running but not moving. And then here, up here, where are you at? There he is. There's Tommy. He is trucking along. Let's see. Doing, yeah, so 68 miles an hour down the 95. So he's making his way. Vegas is up here, he's down here, so he's on his way. Pretty cool. I love this little app. You can keep track of everyone pretty easily and efficiently, so that's pretty cool. Looks like Aaron's getting some fuel this morning. Anyway, I got some new lights that I'm going to be putting into the rotator. They're just some running lights that go in the front headlight assembly. I'm just going to swap them out with LED. I just kind of was looking at them. I was like, let's swap those to LED. Let's see what they look like, because I think they're going to provide some good ambient lighting off the side of the truck, which is kind of what I want. I like a lot of amber lights. I think the amber looks the best for sure. So here's the rotator, and what we're gonna do is just pop this rear cover off here and then pull these two amber lights out, and then I have the LED replacements that we'll put in place. All right, got you sitting on a little towel here so we don't scratch anything, but there's just two little screws here. Go and undo these. You guys haven't pulled apart a headlight back cover before on these Peterbilts. They're actually at an angle, so that when I first did this, I couldn't get that into my head at the time, and I was like trying to put it in straight, and I was like, man, this is a dumb design. You can't even get a screwdriver in there. And then I was cross-threading it, but it actually goes in there at a slight angle. So just a forewarning if you are gonna do something like this. But there's our two screws. Now we're gonna pop off this cover. we'll go ahead and just plop that on the top, like so. And then we'll take our 2 LEDs, so 2 to a box. I bought 2 boxes total. All right, go ahead and set that up there. Might have to get a little razor blade to get these open. They don't have a little tab. There we go. There's actually a little hole right here I can work with. All right, so there is one of the lenses. Not really sure what that's all about. I've never seen that. It's like a magnifier, so I don't know if this is gonna project amber light out. I don't know. They were cheap, and you can kind of tell by the construction they're kind of cheap. But actually, I mean, relatively speaking, most LEDs are cheap, and these are actually the only option that I saw would work in this instance. So let's go ahead and pop one of these lights out. So there's that one, and then we're just gonna pop this one straight back in as a direct replacement. Let's go ahead and go up in the truck, and I'm gonna turn it on just to confirm that that's what we want before we do 4 of them. Oh, okay, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, it's pretty bright, and this magnifier, it's not like putting out a direct concentrated beam, it's just kind of dispersing it a little bit, I guess. It's probably so there's not a direct LED shining outward. Maybe it's a diffuser, I don't know. But I think that's gonna work. I'm gonna go ahead and plop it back into the housing and kind of see what it looks like inside of there. Let's check that out. All right, so there is the new lens, and there's the old lens. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I like how it bounces off, and I don't mind the look. I was a little concerned about the like black and white bulb itself and like the coloring to that, but it doesn't seem to be much of a factor. You can't, like when you walk up to the truck, you can't really see that. All you see is the lights because there's so many of them and they're so bright, it kind of you know, hides that. So that looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on popping the other 3 into it, and then I'll get back with you here in a second. Okay, got all the lights in. We'll flip the running lights on. Nice. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Very bright. Kind of fills up that whole void with light, as opposed to the other one kind of just, it was there. So yeah, that looks good. Happy with that. I think they were like $10 per box, so 20 bucks. So I'm going to turn those off, turn the key off, get rid of this trash. And these bulbs are still good, and the Freightliners use these and they go through them like candy. So I'm just going to put these in our little bulb stash. We'll be able to use them again. Alright, so here's the plan this morning. We're going to play a little musical trailers. We have to take this load right here, this trailer, and we have to take this to the rental yard to drop off that trencher. While we're there, we have to pick up a 8K telehandler and load it onto this trailer. This truck does not have a PTO on it, so we got to get rid of that truck, and we got to disconnect either the white Peterbilt or the Cascadia and put it under this trailer, because the blue Peterbilt that normally tows this trailer is on its way to Vegas. Once we get back here to the yard with that 8K, we're going to swap over to a available trailer and go move a 6x6 water truck. So yeah, let's play some musical trailers. right, looks like Dad's got a 40-foot cat generator that's going to Santa Monica tomorrow. So Tommy's en route with one to Vegas currently. We got that one going to Santa Monica tomorrow, as well as a 200-ton chiller, AC unit, condenser, whatever you want to call it, is going out as well. So, oh, it's actually right there. I didn't even see it. So, you guys have seen me lift that. I've lifted that before. So we got that, and then got that. Got the Herc 8K that you just saw me load. Yeah. This is all over the weekend. Busy. Monday's gonna be crazy. All right, so Mark is going to drop that chiller back there, and then we're gonna take the 12-ton and this truck, the white Peterbilt with the newly refurbished white Landau trailer, and we have a what do we got? I'm trying to think now. We have a 6x6 water truck that I'm going to be putting on the Landau, and then we have a water tower that has a pintle hitch attachment that Mark is going to be moving with the 12-ton. So we're just going to follow each other over there, get it all loaded up, and yeah, so we're picking it up locally here in Indio and then taking it somewhere in Palm Springs. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this truck fired up. Alright, here we go. Alright, here's a little look at the unit. If you guys remember, you guys can look back, or I can put a link, but we actually lifted this off of a, I believe it was a pintle hitch trailer, and we put it onto this trailer. So this is a, I believe what they refer to as a 200-ton chiller. So yeah, this, I imagine, puts out some pretty cold air. But yeah, it's got a fifth wheel setup, it looks like. So that's what Mark used to bring it in. It's this attachment right here, but he already removed the fifth wheel. So there's like a fifth wheel attachment that sits right here, and that'll lock into there. But it looks like he already converted ourselves back into the pintle configuration for the next move. So yeah, I already got the white Pete all fired up, aired up, ready to go. Mark's got the 12-ton running and ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and go over there and get it loaded up, and we'll show you when we get there. So see you in a second here. So Mark is following the customer to go get the water tower. I'm not able to follow him there because it's kind of a windy road, dirt road, that Mark said I would have trouble getting through with the Landau. So yeah, we're gonna just kind of hang out here for a few minutes and wait for him to come back, and then we're gonna all convoy to Palm Springs where this water truck and the water tower are gonna be delivered to. So as you guys saw in the time lapse, we went ahead and loaded this up. We got 4 chains all the way around as usual. This is a, wow, those are really, that's really close. I don't think I've ever seen them that close. Must have some big tires on this truck. But yeah, 6x6 water truck. These things are pretty cool. They don't turn worth of crap. I don't know if you guys could see, originally I had to like put myself into this corner and back up and to get it lined up, because like literally you get like one turn out of the steering wheel and that's all you get. Actually, take a look at this. Look at that. Look at the throw on the hydraulic ramp. So that's like all the steering you get, basically 1.5 turns of steering wheel, and that is all she does. Yeah, 2 chains up here, 2 chains in the back, all good to go. She's an old girl, but she does the job. These are pretty cool trucks, just because you can kind of beat on them and run them through the dirt and not really worry about damaging them, and they're pretty hard to get stuck. You can get them stuck, but they are pretty hard to get stuck, so that's cool. Huh, check that out. The differential's like upside down. I'm sure I've seen that before, I just can't really think of what it's for. So maybe you guys know. I believe that might be a pump mechanism. I don't know. Beats me, but pretty cool. So I didn't even know that T-Rex makes a scraper. I thought it was just cat. So I don't know. This seems equivalent to like a 637, but maybe a little bigger, because it does have rear engine. So it may be somewhere between a 37 and a 57. Which, if you guys don't know, is the biggest scraper that cat makes is a 657. Doesn't seem as big as that, but they're pretty big. I mean, check that out. That's the tire. Pretty dang tall. So you guys might not know about this, but in SoCal, these are huge earth moving machines. We do a lot of over excavation because of the soil type that we have here. So what they do is, like, say they're building a house here, which I believe is what they're doing. They're building a housing complex here. They will pull out, let's say, 20 feet of dirt under us, and then with these machines, and these are called push pulls. So it's in a push pull configuration. So I believe the way it works is the front one loads up first with the rear one pushing, and then once this one's full, then this one raises its can, pulls the rear one, and since this one's loaded, it gets a little more traction, so the rear one will get loaded up a little bit more than the front one. But by doing this push-pull configuration, they load up really quickly and efficiently, and I don't know how many yards of dirt these things hold, but I mean, look at that pan. I mean, you see videos of them, and you're like, oh, okay, that's a lot of dirt. But I mean, once you actually look at like how big this stuff is, like, this is a big piece of equipment. So they over excavate, they pull out 20 feet of let's say dirt, and then they bring it back in, and while they're bringing it back in, they compact it and water it, so it's basically, it reduces the chance and effects of the ground moving with earthquakes and stuff like that. So they over excavate to I guess solidify the foundation that you're building on top of. This thing's big. I mean, that's up there a ways. All right, I was able to find a little tag here, and it is showing that it has a 24-yard, I guess, I forget what they call these, scraper pan. So this, so it's 24 yards, or it looks like 18.35 meters. I don't know. My metric guys, I don't know if that's like 18.35 or 35 or 18, I don't know. But yeah, 24 yards of dirt. So just like keep in mind that like a standard loader bucket is like 3 to 4 yards. So this is moving some serious dirt. And then once they're loaded, they can move very quickly. They can do like 20-25 miles an hour over the dirt, and then go to wherever they need to drop the material. And then this apparatus right here ejects the dirt out of the front, so it kind of falls under. Yeah, the camera doesn't do this justice at all. This thing's huge. I mean, I've seen some 57s before, and I've been on top of some 657s, and those are bigger, but I mean, still, this is a big piece of equipment. Pretty cool. 2 engines, one in the front, or one in the back, one in the front. So you have, 2 engines driving each axle, or 1 engine per axle. Pretty crazy. All right, now that I'm done fangirling over some big equipment, can't help myself, sorry. We're gonna go ahead and start heading out. Mark's gonna go out a different gate than I am, so we're just gonna have to go out in the street here and wait for him. But yeah, we had a few extra minutes to kill, so I figured I'd show you that scraper lineup. Like I said, I didn't even know T-Rex made one. You know, Cat's always the prominent one. John Deere has made some in the past, but nothing that big. But that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and drive out of here, and we'll get with you when we get to the drop. So while Mark does that, I'm gonna go ahead and start unchaining my water truck and get it inside the job site. I opted just to stay out here in the street. I try to do that if I can, just so one, I don't get stuck, and two, I don't get myself into a predicament that I don't want to be in. So try to stay on the road if I can. Put a little bit of tilt in it. Go ahead and tilt up. Okay, now we can start bringing the axles forward. Unchained, so we can hop up here and start. Won't start. No. Oh, it's a button. Nope. She did. That's a dead battery. All right, looks like they're gonna try to jump it really quick, see if we can get it going. Hopefully it works. Trying to get the air pressure to build up right now. As you guys can see, it's still pretty low. The air pressure is taking a while. You want to take it from here? Okay, cool. This thing drives like a boat. It's like you get one turn out of it and solid. The hydraulic throws like that much. That's all you get out of the steering. All right, so Mark went ahead and leveled the deck out. Awesome, always 3 steps ahead of me. So yeah, we are going to continue the rest of the day now. We got that dropped off. I don't think we have anything pressing at the moment that we need to attend to, but we're just gonna head back to the yard, see what is going on when we get back, and probably just get some stuff done around the yard if nothing else is going on. So let's go ahead and turn the PTO off, release our brake, put her in gear, slowly but surely. All right, there we go, and off we go. All right, we are back back at the yard. I'm gonna just kind of take out my stuff, put it in the office, probably start eating my lunch, and then we'll see what else the day has. Usually the day after Thanksgiving is kind of slow because people are they're off work. Not a lot of people are working. It might get a little busy with RVs because people are going down to the desert right now for the weekend if they haven't already. So that could bring a little bit of busyness, but for the most part, day after Thanksgiving it's not too busy. So yeah, let me get all my stuff out and I'll check with you here in a second. All right, so I was able to eat my lunch kind of halfway. We just got a call for a like a 35-foot RV on an international chassis pulling a 30-foot enclosed trailer. Now, as you guys know, our preferred way of towing RVs is on a landhaul trailer, but a few restrictions there. Height is an issue, and obviously if there's a trailer you can't do that. So in this instance it's an international chassis, so we know it's gonna have a solid front axle, so it should be pretty easy to fork just like a normal semi truck, and then drop the driveline, tow it, and tow the trailer as well. So I just fired up Roberto's 35 ton here, and I'm gonna go ahead and hook it up for him, and then once you know, he's on his way back right now from that Ritchie Brothers auction, and once he gets back it should kind of work out where I should have it hooked up for him and we'll send him on his way. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook it up for him, get it here to the yard, and go from there. So yeah, I'll show you guys it all hooked up once getting hooked up. Hot dang, I am just that good. 5 minutes later and I am all hooked up. Let's see, hang on. Yeah, there it is. Call 11705 canceled. So I started headed down to the yard, and I guess the customer got the RV running and was able to get it going. So he said that he would call us back with an official cancellation notice when he got back here into Indio, which, as you heard by that notification, that means that he did, and he called us back, which we appreciate always, because sometimes we get out to calls and the RV in this instance is gone and there's no one there with it, and we end up calling them. They're like, oh yeah, we got it running, sorry we didn't call you. It's like, you know, that's fuel, money, wages, all that. So anyway, in this instance the customer was kind enough to cancel with us, which we appreciate. And yeah, so we're back here at the yard and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do now. So let's go ahead and get to work. All right guys, so this is my driveline kit. This is what I take down with me when I need to pull a driveline. The concept of this is to minimize the amount of trips from under the truck and back and forth. So probably 95% of the time this kit will allow me to do most of what I need to do. And so what this consists of is a M12 surge impact. This isn't powerful enough to break the bolts off the driveline. And the reason I did that is because I prefer to take a wrench. So I have a 12 millimeter, 1/2 inch, and 3/8, and those are the most common sizes. 1/2 inch being the most common, 12 not so common, but it is common in the big trucks, and then 3/8 is pretty much what you're gonna find in all the box trucks. But 1/2 inch is pretty much the go-to. And what I'll do is I'll go around and I'll break them free with this essentially breaker bar, but it's not really a breaker bar, but it's long enough to where I can torque on it pretty good. So I'll break them all free with this, and then I'll zip them out with this one. And this same concept, I have a 1/2 inch here, and then in this bag is 3/8, 12 millimeter, and 13 millimeter. And so yeah, I use this setup. This is what I use to go under the truck and zip out the drivelines real quick. And then I also have assorted airlines. Reason I have this is because anytime I need to use this to air up a truck, I'm already under there pulling the driveline, so I figure just keep it in this box. That way I don't have to make another trip to grab it. So it is here, and I just have some baling wire around it just to keep it tidy when I'm not using it. The battery's missing at the moment because it is charging, and then I just took everything out and took some tub towels and just wiped this clean because it was basically black. You couldn't even tell it was red. So yeah, that is my driveline kit. Figured you guys would want to know a little bit about that. Just makes my job easier and faster. So that's the driveline kit. There's Roberto back from the auction. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do now is take the new forklift that we got, the new to us forklift, and I'm gonna pull it on the wash bay, and I'm just gonna give it a good degreasing, good wash, just, you know, because it's probably never gonna be washed in its lifetime after this. So I just wanna make sure we have a good start. So we'll get it all washed up, maybe put some tire shine on the fenders there or something. I don't know, we'll just clean it up a little bit. It's actually relatively clean. I imagine they cleaned it up before they sent it off, but I'm just gonna degrease the tires real good and just get it where I want it. So let's go and pull it on the wash bay, and we'll get the guys to help us out here and get it all washed up. All right, so we're super privileged to have our own wash bay. A lot of people have to take their trucks to the truck wash like every week. We do not, which is nice, really nice. Imagine there is a compartment you can open that looks like it's bolted there. Looking for, I guess you can't. I was looking for an easy way to like check the oil, but it doesn't appear that there is one. Maybe it's under that canopy, but it's bolted. So that means you'd have to unbolt it. That doesn't make much sense to me. So not too worried about everything else. I'm just kind of wiping down the seat, mirrors, dash, buttons, stuff like that. But other than that, it's pretty much gonna dry itself. And then call me crazy, but I am gonna put tire shine on the tires because I have it. Got to, right? Tire shine everything. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of tire shine on there and make it look pretty. We'll park it and it'll be ready to use. So pretty excited. This is a nice fork. I'm genuinely impressed for it being a 5,400 hour forklift. So let's throw some tire shine on. All right, guys, call me crazy. Call me what you want, but my forklift looks pretty badass. So all tire shined up. Probably not gonna last like more than a day, but it looks good for the time being. So that's why we get a little video, capture the moment. And yeah, all right, the day is slowly coming to an end. We're gonna play some musical trucks over here, get some stuff swapped out. Tommy just got back from Vegas, so we're gonna put the blue Peterbilt, once it's fueled up, under that 40-foot gen in the back. Those guys are going to Santa Monica in the morning, so they're just getting everything ready and prepped, so that way they are ready to go tomorrow. No issues, no questions asked. So let's go ahead and park the forklift, and we'll go ahead and check out what they're doing over there. One of the doors is open. We can check out what's in here. There is a diesel motor. There's two of them in here. Big unit. You want to check lights?
Yeah, airbags too, dog.
Yeah, they're coming up. Brake.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm the flagship of construction. Yeah, I know, you're pretty good.
All right, y'all, I think I'm gonna call it a day. That's a productive day. Not, like I said, today, the day after Thanksgiving, not usually super busy, but we got some things done today. Got a busy weekend for sure, and we got a busy Monday as well. So got a few things preloaded, got everything ready to go for Monday and the weekend. So yeah, I'd say it's a pretty successful day. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the video, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.